Hello. Here in Arizona once again in the Grand Canyon on a trail called the Bright Angel Trail. So it's on the south rim of the Grand Canyon, and I'm going back up. It's about 7 to 8 miles down to the Colorado River, and they have watering stations about an hour and a half down, 3 hours down. They pipe some water up where people can stay hydrated for those that are venturing down to get to the Colorado River and then come on all the way back up. I'm just down for a short hike today on the Bright Angel Trail. So as you can see, it's a beautiful day today, and about 85 degrees where I'm at, up on the rim at about 5 to 7 degrees of temperature. And then a lot more wind up there. Very sheltered here, and a great location, a great day for a hike. So as you can see behind me, just a beautiful scene, beautiful scenery here in the Grand Canyon. Lots of hikers out today. Lots of brave souls that are gonna go maybe all the way down to the river by the looks on their faces.
Hey, Bob.
And so just a great day to get out and enjoy God's creation. And oh, what a creation it is. So I'm just here kind of wanting to talk with you all about some things that are on my heart, about what comes to mind when I'm on this trail, seeing such beauty at every step. And if I get winded and fall out during this trip, I know there's lots of hikers that are going to stop and help me along the way. But no, a great day, and thank God for the beauty that He's provided all of us. But something I wanted to talk with you about here at the Grand Canyon is that there's a south rim that I hike down from, and then there's a north rim. And that's where, from those both rims, there's hikes all the way down to the Colorado. And the north rim is a shorter hike. A south rim's about 7 to 8 miles down. North rim's a lot shorter. And so some people choose to hike the north rim instead of the south. But today I've chosen the south rim as I let some hikers pass by. What a beautiful day. A lot of people taking advantage of this beauty behind me. A lot of folks today. Isn't that wonderful? Look at that. So thanks so much for being with me here though today. Thanks for carving out a few minutes and being on this trail walk at the Grand Canyon here in Arizona. The Grand Canyon State it's called. But something that I've noticed about these rims, the north rim and this south rim, that there's no way of getting over. There's no bridge. There's no way to bridge this chasm, this rift between these wonderful, wonderful scene, lookouts, plateaus. There's no way, there's no bridging it. So there's this huge cavern in between that separates the north side from the south side. And so the only way you can really get over to the other side is to go all the way around. And only way you could get over is if someone provided a way to get over to the other side. So they have helicopter flights or flight scene excursions that you can go on. But really there's no way that you can go from rim to rim, from this south rim to the north rim. And so with this, it kind of reminds me of a chasm that all of us have to deal with. This chasm that is this rift, like here in this Grand Canyon that we see, between the north and the south. There's a rift in our hearts, in our lives, between God and man, God and us. So there's no way to get across the other side. We're all separated from God. And so the reason why I that this has come to mind is from some writings from Paul in the book of Romans. In chapter 3, verse 23, he says some things about this rift, this chasm that we all have. And so sure enough, he says in Romans 3:23, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. So all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. And so in other words, there's this chasm, there's this rift between all of us, between God and mankind. There's no way to go from the north rim to the south rim. There's a chasm, there's a separation between God and man. And like in this situation, there's no way to get across from this, because we know that it goes on to say in Romans chapter 6, verse 23, and the wages of sin is death, or spiritual separation from God. So in our lives between God and mankind, just like from the north rim to the south rim, there's a separation. There's no way to get across. But one of the most beautiful verses in all the Bible is found in Romans, again, chapter 5, verse 8. It says this, but God demonstrates his love towards us in that while we're yet sinners, Christ died for us. In other words, he bridged the chasm. He bridged the rift, the separation. Now there's a way to go from the north rim to the south rim. There's a way for mankind to be bridged back to God, and that is through Christ. But God demonstrates his love towards us in that while we're yet sinners, Christ died for us. In order to bridge the chasm between the rims in our life, between the north rim and the south rim, between God and mankind. Isn't that a wonderful thing? However, there's another kind of condition. He's done this for us, but going on in the same book that Paul wrote to the church at Rome, the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 9, he says there's some conditions. And it says this, whosoever believes in their heart and professes with their mouth will be saved. In other words, if you believe in your heart, believe that Christ rose from the dead, and profess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, you'll be saved. In other words, you'll have a way of going from the north rim to the south rim. You'll have a way of going from our position on earth to God, having a relationship with God, finally. What a beautiful thing to know that there's access now. This separation that we so look upon and gaze upon, this beauty here today. With this beauty, we know that there's always limitations. And likewise in our lives, there's so much beauty going on, but there's also brokenness, that there's separation oftentimes from ourselves. And that's why we struggle mentally with a lot of the things that we have to go through. We know there's separation in families. We know the separation between husbands and wives, between fathers and sons, daughters and mothers, fathers and daughters. There's separations between family members. And where's this separation come from? It's the fallenness, the brokenness of mankind. And so all of us are touched by that. We're separated from what we can fully become individually. We're separated from oftentimes our relationships, the potential in relationships, and we're separated from just friends and family. And then this world is so separated and broken. You know, we have the kind of things that go on in this world, the tornadoes, the hurricanes, the diseases, the viruses, the pandemics, all the kind of things that has been separated us from truly experiencing what the Garden of Eden was like. But God demonstrates his love towards us in that while we're yet sinners, Christ died for us. So he gave us an opportunity to be whole once again individually. Gives us an opportunity to, in husband and wife relationships, to be whole again. In father-daughter, and father-son, and mother-daughter, mother-son relationship, there's a potential to be whole again. Why? The bridge can be, from the north rim to the south rim, can be made new again. And so that they can be healed. And likewise in our friendships out in the community and this world that touches us, there's hope. Romans again, 5:8. But God demonstrates his love towards us in that while we're yet sinners, Christ died for us. Do you know that today? Do you know that on this rim of life, between the North Rim and the South Rim, between God and man, that there is a bridge now? We don't see it here in the Grand Canyon. There's no such thing. But in life, there is a bridge, and his name is Jesus. He bridges from God to us if we put our faith and trust in him. He'll make you whole again. He'll make your friendships and your relationships, when both are chasing after God, they become closer together like a triangle. So I challenge you this day, as I continue my hike and go on back up to the rim and see various lookouts, I pray that you ponder this separation. Have you taken advantage of what God has provided for us to bridge between God and mankind? I pray that you have. All right, my friends, have a great rest of this day, and I'll look forward to talking with you soon and maybe going on a hike together on another trail, maybe even here in the Grand Canyon. I love you all. Take care. Have a great day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.